Okay, Commissioner Schwartz, another great item, number 2.
Discussion possible action to direct city administration to work with the Broward County School Board to develop a traffic safety education program for school resource officers to educate students on activities related to school bus transportation and to provide the community at large the opportunity to address school bus stop concerns on roads with posted speeds exceeding 25 miles per hour. There's a couple of things about this item that I want to explore. Number one, looking at children standing on Taft Street, Johnson Street, and roads exceeding 25 miles an hour, that could also be included in some of our public right-of-way, for example, in Pembroke Falls. Something just doesn't make sense. There is, I think we have an opportunity as a community to come together and assess these bus stops. Now, the way it was explained to me is the county doesn't know where the stop is going to be until from one year to the next, because depending upon student population for the schools or just the residents, and so these things are looked at on an annual basis. However, when children are standing next to guardrails, and the only other thing on the other side of a guardrail is a canal, and there's about this much space to stand to get the bus, there's a problem. With respect to a bus that goes westbound on Taft Street, stops at 105th, then goes 50 feet and makes a right turn on 106th, why are those kids on Taft Street? Why is 105th even being proposed? Now, there's things that we can't control, and this is everything to do with how the Broward County School Board and their policies and procedures, how they operate the bus. They control the bus drivers, the pickup. If a child misses their regular stop and wants to run down and catch a bus with their friends, are they allowed on the bus? Are they allowed to get off the bus later in the afternoon? These are questions that the school board has to answer. We can't do that. We don't have that jurisdiction. But what we can do is take a look at location. What we can also do is ask our SROs to have conversations with students throughout our city the first week of school and talk about when you walk to school, when you ride a bus, how you should do it. Use a crosswalk. Don't cross a median. We have a bus in front of Woodbridge, Victoria Lake, and Normandy, where you have northbound on Palm Avenue, the bus drops the kids off on the southbound side, the kids get off the bus, and then they walk into the community eastbound across Palm Avenue, no crosswalk in the middle of the trees. How the children are getting off the bus or being allowed to get off the bus, I don't know. This is a school board issue that needs to be addressed. However, this is something I want the entire community to get engaged in. We have to do an outreach program. Neighbors are going to know how the kids go to school. For example, in Sunswept, we don't have sidewalks, right? So there are stops where you have children on the 8300 block of Sunswept, and the bus is at 8700 block of Sunswept, which means that they're walking at 6:30 in the morning in the dark down the middle of a street with no sidewalk. It doesn't make any sense to me, let alone the excessive speed, which I want to thank the police chief for looking at the neighborhood speed limits and addressing that, which is another topic I'll bring forward at another meeting. But I have the support of Patty Good and the school board. With your blessings, I'd like to get this thing fast-tracked so that we are ready to go for the first day of school in August. I think as a community we can come together working with the city administration, the school board, and let's just make this community as safe as possible for these kids.
Thank you, Commissioner. I think it's a great idea.